very cold, damp house.
Yeah.
Between 12 and 14-inch solid walls, depending on where you are in the house. Of red brick as well, and literally if you push some drawers up against a wall, within 3 months that'd be black behind there.
So cold as well.
Yeah.
Cold and damp. Old house.
And if you put heating on, the minute you switch it off, the heat is gone. Yeah, this is the wall, the same as the other side. What they were doing 300-400 years ago when they were building this place, I do not know. It just seemed too good to be true at first, and I've always said, if something sounds too good to be true, it generally is.
We thought a rip-off, but...
Yeah, we thought it was a bit of a scam, and the company wanted to come in like the next week, and I thought, yeah, we'll try, mate. I said, go on then, come next week. And I never believed that would happen. On these old houses, the walls are not straight, as you can see on that one there. But Shane has straightened everything up for us. And the odd-shaped wall, which was here, is going to be boarded, sort of like made different, sort of like a step, working on a Sunday.
All the teams were very good. I would say all the men were 100%. They all worked well, conscientious, clean and tidy and considerate and no problems.
Even down to protection for them pipes what are down there, which go through to the other side of the house. Well, we've got the lounge going now. All stud work up ready for boarding. The boy's doing a good job. Although this is Sunday, he's going to be getting on with that as well, apparently. Wow, what we got in here? Let's put some light on it. Oh. This is all boarded, right to the chimney as specified. All neat and tidy. Nice straight cuts. Even down to the cupboard, because that's an outside wall next to the chimney here. Wow, what an awesome bloke. And all scrimmed ready for plastering, that looks like. This was our lounge. But it will be a warm lounge soon. All ready to rock and roll tomorrow. That first night, I was like, wow, this is different already.
Yeah.
And there's the best plasterer in the country. Oh, clean? Yeah, that's another thing. Plasterers come in your house to plaster your walls. That was one of my fears, was because plasterers are normally messy people. And they came in the house and they laid this stuff on the plastic on the floor, and I thought, yeah, okay. But they cleaned up after they finished plastering 2 bedrooms, no, 3 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms and a lounge and a dining room. They finished plastering them and they cleaned up. And when they left, I thought, oh, I've got a mess to clear up. No, there weren't a spot anywhere. Them boys were absolutely above and beyond what I ever expected. Get finished by Saturday lunchtime, apparently. I knew that when we started this, there wouldn't be an opportunity for the doors to close, but the guys have tied that in and even done a cutout for the latch to go through. Oh, and just we had somebody come round here who's very knowledgeable on building work, rubbed his hand over the plasterwork and said, that's a proper job, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not a builder by trade, so I wouldn't know if that was second rate, but he said that was first rate job. Mm. Well, this one's all plastered. A little bit of pain, a lot of gain. I really couldn't fault any of them guys who've been here. You know, they've just all been so good. Above and beyond what I ever expected.
A lot warmer, the whole house. And you can't hear the rain beating down on the outside and the wind blowing. You can't feel the wind coming through the bricks or anything there.
Thank you very much.
Very happy.
I've been here over 50 odd years basically, and to be honest with you, it's an old cottage which is pre-1920s, so at the end of the day we're getting damp on the walls, especially in the one corner of the wall, but ever since all that's been rectified with the insulation and you could tell before it was done then obviously with the actual chill factor in the actual cottage. I've noticed the warmth ever since it's been done with the actual internal walls of the property. is the actual warmth in there. It was sorted out as soon as they got the installation done.
Yeah.
Oh, the process was absolutely brilliant. It's, to be honest with you, no hassle whatsoever. Oh, definitely recommend it. And basically, like I said, get it done, because it's a vast improvement to what it was. Brilliant.
Yeah. I think the work's been fantastic. The young guys that came were brilliant. They turned up nice and early every morning.
Yeah.
And they accommodated anything that we asked them for. They accommodated, so we were really pleased with that. You know, they're more than happy if we asked, because there was a couple of changes that we wanted doing upstairs, and they were happy to do that as well.
Brilliant.
But they were really nice guys. Yeah, really pleased with all the work that they've done. I mean, the finish is brilliant. Again, they've done all the way round, and I did ask them if they'd leave that wall, because obviously the stonework. So didn't really want to hide the feature of the wall, so they said that they'll be happy to leave it if that's what we want. But they finished it off. It comes in nice, and all the windows are finished off exactly how they were. So yeah, it's come out really well actually. I think I'm still can't get over how we actually got it. You know, I practice to tell my kids all the time, you don't get nothing for nothing, but they've just proved me wrong. They've done all of those.
Oh no. Right, okay.
Yeah, I didn't envy them, because being stuck in there and it was getting quite hot, and they had to try to saw things up and nail them to the walls and screw them with my eyes.
The plaster work that your plasterer has done is like as good a quality as you're going to get. Because I've seen a lot of plasterers, and we had plasterers to centimetre under the bottom of the walls, and they weren't actually that good really. But your plasterer and the work was really good, the quality was really good. And they've notched around every single floor joist in plasterboard and insulation. And that's not a small job, is it? Like all the insulation and the loft, everything, done a lot. So you've seen it all, and you really haven't. They've actually kept it pretty well in character as well, with the curves on the ceiling and everything. That's really good. That is not easy to put on that consistently in one straight row. Really good.
Any issues at all?
I can't actually think of any.
We will have reduced energy costs, a massive saving of money. It's kind of almost too good to be true. However, thank God it is true. And it's absolutely fantastic. Saved us so much money, enabled us to do so much more around the farm.
When the boys did all the battens and that, it looked a bit, and I'm thinking, he said, Paul said, don't worry, he said, I'm coming round after that, and it'll be just how it was, even better.
Okay.
And it has. Look, he's kept the shape. He's kept the shape of the arch.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. I think he's the best plasterer I've ever come across. He is. And they were all very pleasant with it.
Yeah.
Lovely chaps. Always cleared up when they went. Yeah, he works really. They all do. They come up, turn up, 7 o'clock one morning, and they're on it.
Yeah, yeah.
They're not sitting about out there or anything. They're straight on it, and I'm over the moon with what they've done. We appreciate it so much. Yeah. It's a big house, and you can see the heat would come straight up here, and without that radiator that's there.
Was there anything up here before?
No. And they've done all the bedrooms, and nothing was too much. If you said, what about that? Yeah, we're doing that, it's fine.
Yeah.
To keep the shape, you would never know that had been battened and plastered.
Yeah.
And I think they enjoyed it as well, because it was different for them. And they said because we had moved everything into the lounge, even that was moved out, that pew. We moved everything out into the lounge, covered it with sheets. They said we wouldn't have been able to do this. It was quick.
Yeah.
Because you saved us a few days' work.
All right, okay.
Because normally they go in and they have to move everything.
Get everything out the way.
And they said they really enjoyed it here, didn't they? We enjoyed it. But they're amazing chaps. I couldn't fault them. They're pleasant. We had to laugh, didn't we, Dick? They were arguing in a funny, jovial way. And I said, "You're not having an argument?" "No, we're always like this." The brothers.
Okay.
The two brothers. Yeah, I'm pleased.
You definitely wouldn't know if
They did all inside the windows there.
Okay. So what did they do in there, Rose?
They insulated it all in there.
Okay.
All the ceiling. Dick took all the clothes out, and we had to change everything because the pole was in too big, too long. So Dick changed all that, didn't Dick? And the shoe racks, one was too big, so that had to be sliced a bit. He did all in there. Perfect. We're pleased, aren't we, Dick?
Yeah. Good. Have you felt like you've lost much space?
No, not at all. Wouldn't know.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't concerned really, and I suppose it was because of Paul and Jane, and we'd been to look at what they'd done.
Yeah.
And again, we were amazed what you were doing.
Yeah.
That it's like, wow, we got to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Jane said, "You feel cold in your house, Mum, in your room." And I said, "Well, yeah, there's no radiators in that. And they're old, they didn't work properly. But now, yeah, I can't wait for the winter." I bet there's not many people saying that. They can't wait for the winter. But I can feel the difference already with this 4-inch insulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can feel the difference. And people are saying to me, "Can you feel the difference?" I say, "Yeah." And then they start asking me questions. "How did you get it done?" There's no hidden secrets. There's nothing you should be frightened of. And it's free.
Yeah.
It was like having family in the house. They got here early. They didn't stop. I'm saying, "What did you do for lunch?" And it was like, "Oh, I know, we're all right. We carry on." I think one day I went and got them a pasty. And it was, "Oh, thanks, Ma." They just work so hard. I've never seen workers work like that.
Yeah.
I know they were young lads, but their mind was on it. They wanted to do it. And, so I've got a couple of friends that have asked me that are in Cornwall. But yeah, I would recommend it.
Yeah.
Off it and get on the phone.
Yeah.
And say, when can you come? When can you send your nice builders to get this work? Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's immaculate.
Yeah.
To do a chapel and keep the design of the windows, the shape and the style, because you think, "Oh, it's not going to look like that," but it is. You wouldn't know it was done.
Yeah.
You would not know that my walls have all been insulated. It's lovely and smooth. Got my nice archways.
Yeah.
And not easy. It wasn't easy doing the archway. I could see him putting this metal frame around the archway. And it wasn't quite right. He'd move it around and that's good. Because they were out here, plaster everywhere, they did. They were singing, the radio was on, and they were talking about, they were saying, I said, "Who's that then on the radio?" And one of them was saying, "So and so," and Big Paul was saying, "No, it's not. Oh, Ma, they're useless." They were great, weren't they, Dick? I missed them when they went. And when they came back, it was lovely when they saw them all.
Yeah.
And when they used to leave, they used to toot the hooter and wave, because I used to wave at them.
Yeah.
It's been well worth it.
We were both well into our late 70s, and we had somebody here when we were talking about a year or more ago about we're going to have to downsize. This woman sort of nodded her head and smiled and says, "You're not going to move here from here. You've been here 50 years. You're not going to move into a bungalow now, because you just can't find a bungalow with 10 sheds for all the rubbish." So I said, "No, being realistic, we are here for the long run. So let's make our lives a bit more comfortable." Just you can feel the heat getting sucked out of the walls, big damp rubble stone walls. It was, every morning there was a sort of cold pallor in the house. process has been absolutely painless. The people that I've dealt with have been first rate. Rebecca in particular would make a statement with a date line, and that date line's been met, the statement's been true each time.
Yeah.
Hasn't flannelled at all or prevaricated. The installers have been absolute gems. You're dealing with a good company, and while the funds are available, take advantage. You've probably worked a lifetime and paid for it in advance, so go for it. Make your life a bit more comfortable